Hi everybody, this is part 2 of the push hands videos. In part 1, we did up to brushing and twist step, but we skipped one technique, so we're also going to do white crane spread swings. Before I do so, I want to explain these 3 techniques that we did in part 1. So the first technique is, in the form we have withdraw and push. So this technique application is, for push hands, we put the right leg in front. So of course, person pushes you, you open up from the inside and push, he does the same thing, open inside, push, open inside, push, and so on. Then the other technique, lifting hands. In the jump on jing form, the lifting hands is this way. So we're squeezing from the outside in. So we're gonna do the same technique. As he's pushing, I'm gonna squeeze from outside in. I push him, he does the same thing. So outside in, he pushes, I do outside in, I push, he does outside in. So this one we did in part 1 video. So now, with the next technique is, after shoulder strike, we have this technique called white crane spread swings. Same thing in the 24 posture, after park the wild horse's mane, we also have white crane spread swings. So this technique, same thing, as she pushes me, one hand goes up, one hand goes down. So I push him, he does the same thing, one hand goes up, one hand goes, he pushes me, one hand goes up, one hand goes down. So this technique is called white crane spread swings. This actually has application in self-defense and also in shuai jiao. For example, as she's pushing me, right, boom, I separate hands, and I go in, and then I throw him. So that's the application. This is an entry application in shuai jiao. So so once again, he grabs me, whatever. I separate the hands like this, and I come in, boom, and then I throw him. That's the actual application. Okay. All right. So once again, the white crane spread swings. As she's pushing me, one hand goes up, one hand goes down. I do the same thing. One hand goes up, one hand goes down. He pushes, one hand goes up, one hand goes down. So this is the technique, push hands forward, white crane spread swings. Okay. The next technique that we actually did also in part 1 is brushing and twist step. So brushing and twist step in the form looks like this. This is brush knee and twist step. Left hand brushes, right hand pushes, same thing. Right hand brushes, left hand pushes. So the bottom hand is brushing knee, but before the bottom hand brushes knee, we're also doing this rollback technique. So for example, as he's facing me, he's pushing me, I roll him, I push him, he rolls. He pushes, I roll, I push, he rolls. This technique is called brush knee twister. This one is also in part 1, and we're doing also in part 2. Okay? The next technique after this one is deflect, parry, and punch. So in the form, in the 37, the technique looks like this. So you go forward, deflect with the right fist, parry, and punch. In the 24 posture, after stance to the back, you turn, and same thing, deflect, parry, and punch. So we're going to do this as a 2-person drill, as a push hands drill. So we're going to put the right leg in front. So he's going to punch me with a standing punch. As he punches me, I'm going to deflect, parry. I'm going to punch him. As I punch him, he's going to deflect me, deflect, parry, and punch. Deflect, parry, punch. Deflect, parry, punch. Deflect, parry, punch. As I deflect and parry, I put the weight in the back leg. As I punch, I put it in the front leg. So deflect, parry, and punch. Deflect, parry, punch. Deflect, parry, punch. Okay? This is a technique called deflect, parry, and punch. The final technique we're going to do is wipe off, withdraw, wipe off, and push. So in the jump on jing form, I'll do it from this angle. After you do the punch, withdraw, wipe off, and push. In the 37, withdraw, wipe off, and push, okay? And same thing in the 24. In 24, after you, same thing, withdraw, wipe off, and then push. So this technique is, as he's 2 hands pushing me, because I can't resist him, number 1, he's stronger than me, number 2, he has 2 hands on 1. So as he's pushing me, I take my free hand, I wipe him under, I control, and I push him, he does the same thing. Withdraw, wipe off, push. Withdraw, wipe off, push. Withdraw, wipe off, push. Withdraw, wipe off, and push. Okay? Now, since we did a wipe off from the bottom, there's no reason why we can't do it from the top. So we can also wipe off from the top and push. Wipe off from the top and push. Wipe off from the top and push. Okay? And once we can get that, then we'll do combination. 1 from the bottom, 1 from the top. 1 from the bottom, 1 from the top. Okay, so this is a combination of bottom and top wipe off. This will lead to the last technique, which we'll make in part 3. In part 3, we're going to do the 4 techniques of grassless sparrow's tail: 捧玉挤安, whirl, roll back, press, and push. These 4 techniques are called 四正手, the 4 standard techniques, which we will save for part 3 video. This will conclude part 2 of push hands, Tai Chi push hands video.